Some stories are heard, others become legendary. Welcome to the Becoming Legendary podcast, hosted by Rita Valente, the visibility architect and the fame activator. Real stories, raw conversations, legendary impact.
Hello everyone. Welcome. And I'm really fed up to call this becoming legendary, because then I have people as Thomas here with me, and like, he's not becoming, he is. And it's not just then you are. You arrive to a moment and you can even state, then you can change people in 11 seconds. Hello.
Hey, I was listening, I was drinking.
Sorry, I was nasty.
It's,
But I'm very happy to be talking with you.
I'm not changing people in 11 seconds. I help them become unforgettable in 11 seconds. You cannot change someone that fast. No one can.
No, but you can, like, connect some dots. We had moments in our life, and our life changed in 11 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes even faster. You
yeah.
snap
So,
finger.
do you want to, before you tell about Happy Brains and Make Me Great, um, yeah, make me great and tell me about you.
Yeah, make me great. That's what every brain in front of you shouts at you. And that's what people forget most of the time, because your own brain shouts at you, make me great. But I'm interested in decision making and how you get, that's why I created the ethical persuasion formula and the whole system on which Make Me Great is built. Um, you cannot drive decisions as you have done it for the rest of your life, the past of your life, because you were taught like that. Okay, we think that we make rational decisions because we are Homo sapiens sapiens. That animal conscious to be conscious, which separates us from all the other species on Earth. And that's why we change the world for the best or for the worst. That's another conversation.
Mhm.
Um, but we have that very major difference with any other species on Earth. We have something called the neocortex. That when you open that thing here, when you open the brain bucket, you see that gray pinkish thing. That's the
I
neocortex.
had
Where
no
in fact,
idea it was that color, but okay, keep going. It is very
yeah,
visible
the,
right
the
now.
lower part of the brain, which is called the primal brain, is more white, and there is a good reason for that.
Okay.
So
No, I did not know that, and I consider myself, but okay, keep going.
yeah, we can dive into the brain if you. Yeah. So and people think that we make rational decisions. Okay, so that's why people go for rational explanations, rational pitches, and so on. And then they are surprised that the person in front of them asks for rebate, more time, more test samples, more. Okay, and they don't understand why. And very often the brain even says, yeah, okay, leave me your business card, I will call you back, which they never do. But if you know how the brain makes decisions and which part of the brain makes the decisions, it changes the paradigm. It makes you unforgettable in 11 seconds when you talk to that part of the brain, which is called the primal brain. It's a very old brain. It's 500 million years old. We share it with other species. That's why scientists don't like it, but it was at one stage a few years back called the reptile brain, because reptiles have the same, like we make decisions like crocodiles, except we don't eat our children when they are pain, well, even some days we could get pretty close to
No.
it.
I was going to make a joke, it is because I live in Tulum I don't anymore, but that's another story. And in Tulum, there is a cenote. A cenote is a place, it's kind of that one is the open one, is a river. And I was swimming, and was there a crocodile? And the I no one told me, but it looks like he was famous on TikTok. So people were there, but then in the meantime, they scream because of crocodile. And the story is then, oh, don't worry, the crocodile is vegetarian. And the other day did bite a person. So just a little side
It
note.
was,
I went off script totally.
if
But
it's a
I did
French
not
person,
know. I did
yeah,
not know. I did
yeah,
not
it may have been
know.
someone from Paris. So,
So I'm do you know what is making me obsessed with having the opportunity to talk with you?
no, tell me. It's not my
Because
haircut.
I will tell you. Because make me great. I have I have a few things to tell you. Um and to ask you. One, for me, my company is about we legendary or becoming legendary. Then it's basic me and my people guiding other people to see themselves first, very curious, and then for other people to see them as they want to be seen, or many
Mhm.
times even more than that. So I felt this very interesting thing. Now, another very interesting thing then I would like to ask you is I realize I think we judge people for who we are and how we behave and our values, the
Mm,
our
yeah.
workaholics we are. Well, like whatever. I love to be a workaholic. I love what I do, so that's not a problem for me. But in the last 4 years of my life, I work as a coach. I'm going to start by talking about that. And there is I'm going to ask you something a little bit, then I think you can answer me because this is a philosophic question that I have on me. It's like I had the opportunity to work, and I'm going to tell, with the United States a lot, and with normally women 40 plus. And everyone came to me. I was a business coach and a visibility coach. I'm an entrepreneur since I was born. Like I don't know nothing different. So if you put me with a paycheck, I will have a heart attack. So I'm a kamikaze. I don't know difference. Like I just know I will do it. You know that
Oh,
I
yeah,
will make
absolutely.
it. I will make it. But
Mhm.
I realized then coaching was not easy for me because I realized then the people are there telling me then they did want to make the 10K per month and blah blah blah, but they were there just talking with me. They are not taking action. There's so
Mhm.
many people who tell they want something, and many times I don't know if it is because it's not their real wish or any someone society put on their head, but they want to feel great. They want to feel great. They want to have that confidence. Then I believe, like many people think, oh, you should teach confidence. It's like I don't know how to teach that. That is my life. That are the challenge of my life. So when I see what you do, I was like, you have answers that I need.
Yeah. Well, first of all, people may talk about stuff they may think they want. That's very rational. That maybe I've seen someone, I want to be like that person. But then you need to understand, and we're going to talk about that, what drives your decisions. And that's fundamental. And the other point is that the human brain hates change. So that's why you see people doing for 20, 30, 40 years the same shitty job. I mean, total respect for those people, okay? But they complain about the
Corporate.
job. They complain, but they don't change because the brain hates that. And that's why I did a lot of skydiving. You have to always repeat and rehearse how you get rid of the main canopy. And you see, I still know exactly how to do it, how to open the reserve. You take fighter pilots, they permanently work on pulling the handle to eject themselves. Because even if they don't do that, if the plane is on fire, it has been shot or so, there are lights everywhere, there is smoke everywhere. The brain says, "Nah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay." Because here, I know, I know that place. Okay, there are lights everywhere, sure, but I know those lights. Out there, I have no idea what's going on. That's a drastic change. I don't want that change. So you have to practice, practice, practice so that it becomes automatic. And back to the decisions. So we make decisions with our primal brain, and that has been scientifically demonstrated. There is no scientific doubt about that. Okay, even the French who complain all the time would tell me, "Thomas, that's wrong." I can show them that's right. There is even a guy who got a Nobel Prize for his research on that. So we know that we make primal decisions that we rationalize afterwards. And that primal brain, that's super important, is a survival device. It's caring about the survival of one and only one person on Earth, me.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Your brain takes care about you. My brain takes care about myself.
Do you think even like I'm even moms, for example.
Hmm?
And I'm talking because I felt that all my life, all my decisions were taking in consideration. I did want so badly to be loved, then I was always putting the needs of others in first. But do you think that the primal brain still, it can be because it's still saying then if I do that for that person will take care of me.
Oh yeah.
Can be
I mean
that.
that's perfect to keep talking about that. The one thing that drives a decision in the human brain is called a subconscious frustration. We have many.
Frustration? I never did
Subconscious
hear. Okay.
frustration, okay? Because
Okay.
it's driven by the primal brain. Very important. That primal brain, if you talk about its USP, unique selling proposition, if you want, it would be its marketing sentence, if you want, is it's better to be stupid and alive than smart and dead. And
It
as
is a
that,
good tagline.
yeah, and it's exactly how we make every decision we make, right? It's not smart, it's survival. Somewhere
That
it
is so
helps.
interesting because if I observe people who live life as I do and probably you do, and like who go out of the box, who are the black sheeps, who are the underdogs, who say, why? Who said that? Why not? Let me try something different. We are so much in danger of dying in being
Yeah.
in terrible situations. Then everyone is almost a joke because when I tell my life story, people say this sounds like a Mexican soap opera. And now that you are telling that, the other people live very boring, in my opinion, but
Yeah.
very safe lives. And
No, but yeah, but
I never did make you see you changed me in 11 seconds right now. You just did it.
yeah, think about what drives the decision. It's very interesting. I mean, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to do, um, and that's why it's very funny. Is that primal brain stopped evolving? Well, the whole human brain stopped evolving 50,000, 100,000 years ago. So it's still running the same processes it was running when we were living in caves.
Hmm.
And that's why all those decisions, you can relate them to survival somehow. And in fact, they have currently identified more than, it's a bit scientific, more than 180 cognitive biases. That means that the brain makes decisions in an automatic way that is not rational, not at all. Like I tell you, hey, Anna, here is one candy for €2. Now, if you wait 1 month, I will have 5 candies for €2. What will you take?
I was going to take the first one, but
Of
that is
course,
me. Yeah, yeah,
no, because that's how your brain makes a decision. It's better to have something than to expect something,
yeah,
because that private brain has no idea what the future means.
yeah.
Future is handled here in the prefrontal cortex, and that's the last part of the human brain that
So
that
when you mean, for example, anxiety and all that parts are here.
no, anxiety and all that part is in the limbic system with the amygdala and so on. That's
Okay.
here. That's where you can think about the future. I'm going the next month to create that company.
Plan.
trying to, yes, it's planning. And it
And
develops at the end.
creativity as well?
That will be mixed somewhere else.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I
just to
was
be
expecting
different.
like that. Okay. But
No, decisions here, thinking, rational stuff, and so on here. Okay. So you see
okay.
the difference already. So we make those decisions based on old things, you know. It's very funny. In caves, you had to survive. And we have a very, very important process which is called fight flight. Okay. I'm running naked in the savannah and so on with my spear, with whatever. I have to react super fast. If a big saber-toothed tiger jumps on me, or if a guy wants to steal my food or something like that. It
Mhm.
has to happen just like that. But guess what? That process is still running in our brains. I mean, I'm no more running naked in the street here. I would be in jail, by the way. So,
Um,
but nowadays, a few words can trigger that process. So just to give you an explanation of fight flight, how it works, when it's triggered, the amygdala shoots adrenaline in the body so that I move
so
faster.
the anxiety
Yeah, my anxiety, fear, aggressiveness, all that. My
or
brain,
stillness or want to hide, right?
but you know what's happening in the body. So you have adrenaline, you move faster, your heart rate accelerates, your breathing rate accelerates. You get a shot of cortisone so that you feel less pain in case you get hurt.
Oh, that's
Blood
interesting.
gets
So
removed from your limbs in case you get hurt, that you lose less blood. That whole process starts. That's a fight flight process. So when I was hunting, makes a lot of sense. Nowadays, if I say, "Hey, we need to talk,"
woo,
you know,
it's the
work.
worst thing you can tell me.
Yeah,
This is we.
it triggers your fight flight process. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. And all those things run our decisions. I mean, your brain makes 35,000 decisions per day. You didn't even know it.
Jesus.
You are only conscious on good days of 0.2%. I mean, in your whole 24 hours per day, you may be aware that you made 70 decisions that you thought a bit about, you know? Or you get that little conversation in your brain, you know? Oh, I just bought a smartwatch. That's super useful, you know, because I have the time. Well, a 10 euro or dollar watch gives you the time, right? But
Mhm.
I have my heart rate. I have my sleep quality. Oh, I have the weather forecast. Just open the window for the. But your brain, your rational brain, validates the decision you've made. So you would say, but Thomas, why doesn't the rational brain make the decisions? Well, first of all, it's not about survival. And that's where we come back to the color. The rational brain, the neocortex, is 200 times slower than the primal brain
Oh yeah,
because
that
of that.
makes sense.
Yeah, because of that color difference. I mean, the primal brain has evolved for ages, right? For 500 million years. The other thing there, it's less than 1 million years old. Okay, it evolved when we
It
when
depends
we
of the people as well, but okay.
yeah. Well, politicians, it never evolved. They don't have one anyway, so that's another problem.
That is
Uh,
another situation. But
yeah, exactly.
what you are saying is so interesting because I am thinking about I'm a very um I think I'm very lucky because how I was telling and off, I grew up in Africa. I grew up in Africa after the independence. What I think it's the less smart idea of my dad, but okay. Like we just they are just independent and we go there. Okay. And we arrived to a country where was a new, it's a small country, and because it was a small country, was as well a possible future communist country. So China, Russia, Cuba, everyone is there, and then there is nothing. So we are lucky because we are on the equator, so there is a lot of fresh things. So it's not desertic. It's not like Cabo Verde, for example, or Morocco. So we are good on that. It was not a lack of food, but was nothing. Money had no value. And I grew up being, for me, material things are not important. What is important is knowledge, for example. I love to
Mhm.
learn. It's what excites me. I love experience. I love memories. And I became a minimalist. I own a, if you see like on my right side, I have like a small bag, my computer, and I am a woman with three pairs of shoes. So I made things easy. Now, what always is more important for me, and this is really like the key, is the house where I stay. And I don't
Mhm.
know why, but I always like go out of the balance if I'm not happy on the house where I am. And I have been, after moving so many times in my life, I have been realizing then in natural light, and something that I don't have here, natural light, certain things, broad view, not being, they are important for me. And that is like the key element for the success that I'm going to have. And that is really primal for me. Before food, before any other thing, is the house. And I don't know why, but I know that is what guides my decisions. So it's so interesting. Then I had moments in my life. Then let's imagine I had let's give a number, $1,000, and I did invest 900 on 1 week of a house because I did know that in that house I was going to be aligned to be taking the decisions and making the things.
Okay.
Makes
Okay.
sense, this to you?
Yeah. I guess
Okay.
you have a need for a very specific place, which makes you feel good because it
It makes me
drives some decision.
okay. It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel comfortable.
Mhm.
It makes me, and I think that comes exactly from my primal for
Oh
for
yeah.
for that side.
I mean, it's
So
always very fun to
yeah,
analyze all. Yeah.
yeah, the place, the house, and especially
Yeah.
when you
Everything. Everything. I can tell you a story that may help your audience to understand better that subconscious frustration thing. We recently had to change the car. Okay, so we like SUVs, which makes no sense already in the south of France. Anyway, so with my wife, we listed what we wanted. We need an SUV. We need five seats plus two because we carry the kids. It has to have a huge
I
boot
have been
because
there.
we put the horse saddles and all the crap in there, blah, 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 blah. So we looked at what brands have that size of car. So we found one brand and we said, okay, that's looking great. So, but as we want a second-hand, a used car, okay, we can go for that price point. We want a diesel engine because that's, well, that was
Less
because now,
expensive, at least there.
well, now they screwed everyone in France with that. So that's not the
No,
problem.
but it's very interesting because in some countries it's more expensive. I don't
Yeah,
really
it
understand
depends.
why.
It
But
depends.
okay.
We made all that rationally. So we started looking. We saw one close by. We went for a test drive. Okay, that matches what we want. And
Hmm.
I started looking and I couldn't find one in France. So I said, oh, but we can import cars from Germany very easily.
I
So I
know.
started looking at people who were importing cars from Germany. And so we saw exactly what we wanted. Nice diesel engine, blah, blah, blah. And one day there is a picture of one specific model. And I look at it and say, shit, that's a great looking one. The same one, but with a different body kit. And for myself, I said, no, no one in the family is going to like it. I show it to my wife. She says, shit, that's a beauty. Yes, we should go for it. We have three boys, okay? The
Mhm.
oldest one said, wow, because the brand, it has a special body kit from a preparator and so on. And he had friends at that time that had a Ferrari, a Nissan GTR, stuff like that. And that one, our car is a
Yeah,
special.
it's okay. It's okay for I don't know what his age, but
Uh,
I know how it is.
yeah,
It's okay, but if that doesn't need to leave me like three streets behind. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
My age ones thought it was the whole thing was perfect, and the youngest one, there is a TV on the roof of the car.
Oh, wow, you have him. Yeah.
Yeah, and for myself, it was the engine. Okay, it makes no sense. It has a V8 engine. It's a huge V8 engine. It makes
It
noise.
spins. Okay.
It's yeah, oh, it drinks gas like a Russian soldier if you want
Like a
drinks.
Russian soldier and vodka. Okay.
And what's very funny, you have five people, and there is no one reason that's the same as the other one. We all had very different reasons to fall in love with that car, which we bought, by the way. So,
Congratulations.
and there is
It was
no
blue.
rational, there's nothing rational. In the five people, there is no rational decision that has been made. And you can look at most of your purchase decisions or of life decisions and so on. Most are
Mm.
definitely not rational.
No, oh, I'm very aware of that. And I don't even like to say, and I know in the beginning I was telling you about intuition. It's many times for example, when I'm working with someone and we know what we want, I start what I call, this is a Portuguese expression, flying on a mayonnaise. And the other person needs to learn to trust me because I start like downloading and saying weird things that doesn't make sense even to me. Or they ask me, why do you think that? And it's like, I don't know, but I know it's that. It's there.
Mhm.
It's going to happen. How we had no clue, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm very comfortable with that feeling. So many times as well, I believe. I'll give you an example. I did believe that I was going to have a house not on the center where I am because it was too chaotic on a good neighborhood on the other side. And I found myself preferring a house that's smaller and because it changed, so I did change as well, and I found that a lot. But now I want to do on 180 degrees, and I want you to tell me what did happen to your first company or with your company.
With what happened or what is happening?
No, what's the story when things were not going so well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that happened with one of
Oh,
my.
you say, oh yeah, like it was 300 years ago, like so obviously.
I mean, I'm like you. I do many things,
I
and
know,
I
I
think
know, I know, I know, I know.
something that I always say entrepreneurs have a problem.
We are
And we,
kamikazes. We are
yeah,
totally
exactly.
insane.
Yeah, I mean, you same like you look at my life. I've done things that you should not do. So,
It's
and
that
my dad expected, my dad had two sons, so my brother and myself, and he knew that I was lost, okay? Because my dad was a very nice, rational person, career man, and so on.
as a
And
teenager mom who did not went to university, drop out of the high school because failed German, and she
uh,
was pregnant, and well, there is no hope for her. In my first company, I'm pregnant, I'm 19, and I was a dog dealer. A
yeah,
dog dealer. I was teaching people what was the best breed for them to buy. But okay, yeah.
yeah.
It's
So,
it normally people have that thing about us, like, oh,
yeah, I
poor,
think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there
And you
is no
see,
hope.
yeah, you see it in many entrepreneurs, in fact. And so, yeah, the first company we created the company with my wife about motorcycle tours, high-end motorcycle tours. So this was super cool, a very, very busy time. And
Mhm.
of course, you reach that time where you sit in front of your bank account and you look and you see that there is no more money coming in and not enough clients. So
Mhm.
it's either you go back taking a job or you find a solution. And I don't know if there is some higher. Looking at the bank account, you see there's nothing coming. And I don't know, I saw a documentary on TV. Well, we saw a documentary on TV about neuromarketing. So how you use neuroscience inside marketing and
NLP.
sales. No, 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 no. NLP is just a way to think about to reprogram your brain.
Okay.
Neuromarketing is really how you use neuroscience about the
Mhm.
brain to get people to buy more and do marketing. So we listened to that. We changed our marketing. Instead of talking about the motorcycles at BMWs, we are going to ride 100 kilometers. The hotel is this, blah, 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 blah. So everything which is about rational, we started talking about, so my wife was starting to write about the sceneries that you are seeing, the beauty of the scenery, the fact that it smells like that, da 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 da. And I started to write about, riding a motorcycle. I wrote one
The
piece once, I
freedom.
still, no, it's about music. You can ride a motorcycle in a jazz style, or you can ride in a classical way, or you can ride rock and roll and so on. And
I
that
make
started.
music, so yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
So we saw 400% growth of sales, and the BMW friends came to us and asked us to organize the motorcycle tours.
But
So that's why.
it's so that is the reason why I was feeling that I was so excited to talk with you, because it's not about the product. And I always tell them, it's always about the story that you tell. It's
It's
always
worse than
about
that.
how you sell, and each time more and more and more. The more we go AI, and I love AI, but the more we
Mhm.
go I like to live this raw like we are right now, because I want to keep that like that. All the other
Oh,
stuff, the intros, the blah blah blah, yes, but
yeah.
this it keeps being the soul. And there is a very interesting story about Louis Vuitton. They did pick up a dress of a gypsy lady from Romania, from the fields. And they put that dress on one of the shops in Paris, and on the, how do you call it, on the window, and with the correct light. And they sold that for $4,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's so very interesting what you are telling, because me as there, I think for me, things come naturally on storytelling.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it's in because I'm in premenopause, but I start arriving to a moment where my clients were saying, for example, "Oh, the algorithm doesn't love me," and I was telling, question: if you saw your post, did you do something? Like,
Uh,
why you are posting? Are you giving value? What you want them to do? What you want them to feel? Are you asking them to do something? Are
mhm.
you asking for opinion? When I was a DJ, and I swear to God, the posts then I had more answers was a post, and one day, I don't know why I did. It was, I'm hungry, what should I eat? And explode.
Yeah. People want to
All
share.
what you are saying now is even coming a new trend, because some years ago everyone was telling, then you need to be on your niche. I hate it. Like, you need to be on your niche. It's like, especially when our brains work as popcorn machines, like, don't put me on a box. You need to be on your niche. And now you start understanding the algorithm, that is something. Then it's like, it's not that people don't love you, probably they did not see you, and you don't
Yeah.
understand the social media. So if it's Instagram and you put a lot of graphics, Instagram is to show, sorry, I was going to be nasty now. It's going to show butts, and then you can put a brain in the form of a peach, and you will have a lot of likes. But learn that, like, it's and now even more, it's one thing that is very interesting is you don't sell the product. Nespresso don't sell the product. I'm giving you an
Oh,
example. Apple don't sell the product.
no, they
I
sell, they
don't
sell.
live without my. I will never return to Windows. I'm sorry. And why? I have no clue. But I did not buy, but I am not always changing my phone. I think that is ridiculous. I still have like a 12 or something. But Nespresso, I remember to live in Cannes on the pandemic. And um, on the, you have the main, the Nespresso is on almost the in front, or not on the beach,
Uh-huh.
on the second. The queue for
Mm.
Nespresso was the most insane thing.
Yeah.
And let's analyze, or Starbucks, or all kinds of brands, then it's not about the product even.
No, I can tell you what is driving decisions to go to Starbucks for original and real Starbucks clients.
I think I know because as a digital nomad, when you start going to Starbucks, you feel a little bit, then you are back to you go to a place where people know you and you don't feel
That's
so alone.
that's close to that. I mean, if you look at the original logo of Starbucks, it says the third place. That's because Starbucks has been created so that people who get out of work have a place to decompress before they go home, or if they come from home and they go to work, they have a place where they can get social again. In Starbucks, they do everything so that you stay, right? And you will notice that you can nearly never sit on your own. It's made on purpose. That's the objective they do. So, and about
all
it,
these kind of
sure.
things are so goddamn interesting because I was seeing then the business of the future is going to be that kind of gym who is have a co-working as well where people can hang out, kind of like the WeWork documentary that I was watching the other day. The idea was good, the way then it was made was
That's not a
wrong,
problem.
but it's about that because we became so separated and isolated with with what
Hmm?
did happen, then telling a story of a product on telling, and I think then is that it's like I find ways to tell the story of someone in the way then they never saw themselves. And for example, I have a client and he creates perfumes of pheromones
Okay.
and very expensive, but oh, should not say that, but it's okay. But I was in 2 seconds. I give him the title. He is the alchemist of
Mhm.
confidence, and
Nice.
that title is making him sell much more because people believe, oh, it's not about the perfume, but it's about then if I buy that, I will be feeling confident more fast.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point. You have to target what's driving the decisions. I mean, I always like that example because no one believes me because it's about shampoo. So as you can see, based on my haircut, I'm not using shampoo. But the classic way of selling a shampoo would be, yes, if you wash your hair with my shampoo X, you are going to get nice blonde fluffy hair. Okay? Well, in fact,
We
that's the
should
rational way.
we should do an ad with you like that to show our theory is about. But
That's the rational way to sell something. The primal way is to say, the next time you go to an event, they are all going to look at you and come talk to you.
do you know what
Oh,
was the first ads then I create for someone?
tell me.
Was a new yeah, I was touring, but I was start doing all of was a new hairdresser, and was the image was a blonde hair, a long blonde hair with a scissor, and the title was "We promise we don't cut too short."
Hmm.
What women are scared when they go to a place.
Yeah, that
It's
is not looking good anymore.
and I think it's like one of the big issues, and I'm going to talk for me. Like when I was creating offers from my perspective, the first offer then I create in my life, then I spent 2 months creating, was how to grow Instagram using Facebook ads. I sold 2 courses of $150.
Hmm.
Then I start not creating nothing and saying, okay, what you want and listen to you. And like, okay, you want this, what you want. And I start crafting things to the size, to the budget, to the size, and to what was possible with each one of my clients. What goes against the rules of business coaching.
Mhm.
But I think we need to listen to the people
Yeah,
then we are
yeah,
selling.
yeah. That brain shouts at you, make me great. Talk to me about me. I don't,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't care about you, about your brand new story, you blah, blah, blah.
People don't
It's
want don't want to be sold. They want to buy from you.
they no, they want you to provide them a way to get rid of that bloody subconscious frustration.
Yeah, yeah, but they want to feel then this their decision.
They
They are
yeah, that's why I call it ethical persuasion. That the whole thing I teach my clients is to get there,
right,
to
and
get to the
let's go
point
to what you teach. And
where
and you grow 400%. How much did you grow your company when you shift that?
we
Because
had a 400% growth, but we were just learning it. Then I became a certified neuromarketing instructor, and then I created my own system, which is more human than neuromarketing, and which is based on the ethical persuasion formula I created, and that's the basis of the engine of Make Me Great. And so Make Me Great is really about you get from them the decision you want while they make the decision they need. And that's what's making you unforgettable.
that is so funny because I always say I sell them what they want, but as well I give them what I know they need.
Mhm.
I'll give you an example. Many people come to me because they want to be on the cover of a magazine, but
Mhm.
they go out feeling they are that person, and so it changed something inside of them. And it's so interesting what you are saying because there are many people then very honest. I'm very raw, very honest. I look to the story and I say, oh my God, what I'm going to do with this. Not your case, obviously, but what I'm going to do with this. So tell me, what is next for you? How can people work with you?
Right.
How
They call me or they write to me and they tell me how in the shit they are.
do you
No,
have courses? Do you have consultations? I know you are a speaker, like
yeah.
just in 3 minutes, because I know you
So
have short
no,
time.
because uh, usually people come to me. We do either workshops or personal coaching, stuff like that. They can also get the online training, the books, all that, like everyone. I mean, but the coaching and the training is what's working best for them, so that they really see a change and get results. By the way,
Mm. I would love to promote a masterclass. I don't know if you have them, but I think we should okay, give one tip to end this. Like one
yeah,
tip to someone who decides, and I hope good luck because I don't think to be entrepreneurs for everyone, but that is a full other podcast.
yeah,
So
yeah.
give me a tip for me, for myself,
My,
for what I do.
yeah. Oh, my favorite tip for you from your audience is to use something that I call the you language. So when you talk to someone, when you write to someone, your web page, anything, it's about them. So it should be you. You know, when you send an email, hey Thomas, I'm sending you this brochure because I wanted you to read this. No, you should write, hey Thomas, you get this brochure because you are going to learn stuff that's going to help you. I mean, it says the same thing. It's just one is in me, and the other one is in the you language. You want to make them great. Okay, so it's you. Your website. If your website it says, hey, I'm Anna, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, wrong.
No, no, I don't
Get
think.
to
Yeah, it's about for me is I have a title then is don't wait for an invitation, create your own stage. We
That's
make you
good. That's
shine.
great.
We make you shine. We make you,
Yeah,
you tell me where you want to go, we take you there.
yeah.
And and
That's good. But I invite your audience to look at their homepage or whatever they do. Count how many times it's about your brand, blah, 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 and how many times it's about your clients. Just for the fun. I mean, every company I'm going to do workshop, I always
we
use their
should
home.
we should ask to drop on the comments if they
That would
have
be
the
fun.
guts to
Yeah,
tell how
that
many
would be
times is
fun.
there.
That's really fun. And I
Thomas,
always in red and sun, and it's always more red than green all the time.
Thomas, I totally hijacked this, and I could be talking with you for more 3 hours, and I know you have other things to do. Um, thank you so much. Do you have one last message that you want to drop?
Yeah, smile. Keep smiling. Smiling is good for the brain, drives endorphins in your brain, makes it happy. So keep smiling. And by smiling, you make other people smile, which is even better.
And I don't know about you, but I go and I smile to everyone, and I don't care if people don't smile back because I go smile for myself. Like it's almost the
Absolutely.
selfish pleasure of giving.
Yeah, first and foremost, it's making you happy. So yeah, keep smiling.
Keep smiling. Thank you so much. I'm going to say bye to you, people, beautiful people, and now in private, bye to Thomas. See you on the next one.